Hey guys, welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, for being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like. It's like walking in the room, hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this beautifully honest reaction. I thought it would be a little fun to break down and roast a little bit this bio that was paid for and written up about. And I say about, I don't say by, about Martell, Hotel, Arion's baby wipe Holt, because there's absolutely no way that he wrote this up, and I don't believe that he had the money to pay anyone to do it for him. I'm going to share my honest thoughts as I read this bio and break it down in pieces. But I was having some thoughts about this because I previously did a conversation talking about the fact that they have this clown as their supposed celebrity guest speaker for a woman's empowerment summit / brunch, and how absolutely ridiculous it is. And one, he's not a celebrity, so that alone is comical. So to have him listed as a celebrity guest, I don't care if he's on television. That does not make him a celebrity. But two, the history, the past, as well as the present about this clown absolutely disqualifies him from being able to inspire and motivate and speak to anyone. And just thinking over the fact that he tried to make it seem like he was the brains behind the operation. He would stand in the background while he allowed Melody to take the foreground, but he was the one that was doing everything. He's even said himself that he's not a speaker. We know that he's not. We know he's not a speaker. Okay. But he's even said himself he's not a speaker. So, when I think about that, I just feel like somebody paid somebody for him to be on this panel to really help to bolster his image, which is just as ridiculous. We're talking about someone that is presently in the bullcrap, not someone's past. So we can't speak about, everyone has a past, everyone makes bad decisions and what. No, this is current. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get into this mess. A self-driven and ambitious professional. Self-driven, we know, most of us believe that him being in the relationship with Melody is what was driving everything towards the success that he was able to experience. I won't even say achieve, but experience by proxy, by way of being in a relationship. So ambitious professional, he may have been an opportunist. Ambitious, not so much. And professional, absolutely not. Martell Holt is reaching incredible heights. Incredible, and incredible meaning not credible, because that's actually what incredible means, not credible. So that actually makes sense. A native of Huntsville, Alabama. Now listen, I don't know much about Alabama. I don't know a whole lot about Alabama. And definitely don't know a whole lot about Huntsville. But I thought he said that he was from somewhere near Terry Heights. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he say he's from Terry Heights? And the way he says it, it sounds like Terra Heights. And that actually makes more sense, because if he's from anywhere, it definitely was a terror. And he was a terrorist. So Terror Heights sounds more about right than from Huntsville, Alabama. Martell is a natural leader who was born to succeed. Born to be a menace is more about right. A quarterback at Butler High School, Holt earned all-state honors. Now, you know what this sounds like to me? I don't know if you all have ever watched Married with Children, which was one of my favorite sitcoms back in the day. And if I see a rerun of it now, I would watch it because it was a funny show to me. It reminds me of Al Bundy, who achieved nothing in life, was working as a shoe salesman, and the only thing that he could brag about in his life is when he once scored 4 touchdowns in a high school football game. And he was at that time a man in his 40s bragging about a football game that he played in high school. Who freaking cares? A quarterback at Butler High School? So what? Holt earned all state honors. Moreover, he was a corps commander in the Air Force ROTC program, holding the rank of colonel. Let me tell you, being an ROTC in high school means absolutely nothing if you did not move forward to go into the military as an adult and going to, even more importantly, a military school. So who cares if he was in the Air Force ROTC program and held the rank of colonel? They kind of give those things away as long as you just show up. Let's just be real. Anyway, after high school, Holt attended Alabama A&M University, earning all SWAC honors as a standout college football player. He probably did good as a football player because all he pretty much knows how to do is run and be up in the gym. So something that he was able to achieve was probably doing well on the football field because he knows how to run away from responsibilities, run away from the truth, run away from the scene of a crime because he allegedly, not even allegedly, he was arrested for assisting in the theft of an ATM machine, and he was able to get those charges taken care of and allegedly getting that record expunged. And if he did so, he probably got it by the help of Melody, his ex-wife. He earned a Bachelor of Science in Education degree in 2008 and is a member of the esteemed Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. After graduating, Martell began working at Sparkman Middle School. In spite of his love for teaching, he could not quiet his entrepreneurial spirit. Okay, first of all, he just said in that sit down that he did with Tasha K that he became a special education teacher because he knew that that was the easiest job that he could get in the educational field. And he probably had a lot in common with the students. Let's just be honest, okay? So, quiet his entrepreneurial spirit, he couldn't do it. Well, he was with someone, married to someone who definitely embodied the entrepreneurial spirit that he was able to profit off of. So give us a freaking break. Martell started his first business while teaching, Holt Landscaping, which was a budding success. In 2010, Martell resigned from teaching and launched Holt & Holt Entrepreneurship, a leading property preservation company in the Southeast. And the first Holt in that definitely was Melody, and she definitely allowed him to go along for the ride. Because tell me how somebody who launched this company in 2010, here we are in 2024, and he still doesn't have a builder's license. Still can't pass the test. So you really want us to believe that you were the brainchild behind that business and starting it up? I don't even believe that you were able to do the basics of getting the paperwork with the Secretary of State for your articles of organization and filing for an EIN number with the IRS, which are two of the easiest things that you can do and will do in business. Continuing to be passionate about real estate, Martell launched Holt Custom Homes, LLC in 2016. Yeah. In all caps, it says, a distinguished entrepreneur. Martell is a distinguished entrepreneur who continues to make his mark as a visionary. The only vision that he has is trying to dismantle his ex-wife's image. That's the only vision that he has. Holt pitched Love and Marriage Huntsville to OWN in 2018. Lies. Network officials were immediately impressed by the concept of the show, and the rest is history. As snaky and sneaky as Carlos King has been, in my personal opinion, the one thing that I have heard him say when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville is him and Melody. And even when Melody pitched it initially, it was a little bit different. And then he came back to her and said, well, I think if we do it like this and do it like this and do it like this, we can make it work. And she decided at that time that she didn't want to move forward because of the things that were going on in her marriage with this clown. So the fact that he's lying to say that he pitched this show to OWN is absolutely ridiculous. That alone is a lie because she pitched it to Carlos King. She didn't know where the show would wind up, if it was even something, the concept that she had and the idea that she had was even picked up, what network it would fall on. So that alone is a lie to say that he pitched Love and Marriage Huntsville to OWN in 2018. That's a freaking lie. Oh my God. Like, I'm just sitting here in real time and just reading this, like, not saying that it's surprising that he's lying. Obviously it's lies. The 99.5% of it is lies, but the show started in 2018. So you mean to tell me, okay, just ridiculous. Network officials were immediately impressed by the concept of the show, and the rest is history. Through this opportunity, Martell has been able to expand his resume to include American reality TV star and television producer. This nigga was on some fraudulently episodes of Real Housewives of Atlanta with Sheree, who's another fraud in my personal opinion. And so he wants to have this as an acclaim to him being an American reality TV star. First of all, you're not a TV star. You have been a reality show personality on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Producer? They gave him, I believe, the label and the credit of being so, but the only thing that he has produced has been terror in the lives, in my personal opinion, of his ex-wife and his children that he shares with her. He has produced lies. He has produced another child with someone else while he was married to this woman and produced a whole lot of lies. Okay? So television producer, absolutely not. A producer of terror, a producer of psychotic situations, absolutely. A producer of an illegitimate child that you had with someone else while you were married to your wife, absolutely. A producer of sin and debauchery and narcissism, 100%. TV producer, get the heck up out of here. With increasingly impressive ratings, the show will reach its 100th episode milestone in 2023, reaching millions of viewers across various cable and streaming platforms. So again, I say this is 2024. The bio, anytime you are going to be doing anything updated, your bio should be updated. So they should have had that line updated. So this also goes to show that this is something that someone wrote up for him, and they either did it before it reached the 100th episode milestone, or they're just as slow as he is to not get that updated, but wrote it recently. In 2022, Martell launched a private wine label called iNest Wines. His first product is a California premium sweet red made from grapes grown in Sonoma County. And it will be the last, okay? Because nobody's buying that Mad Dog 2020 wrapped up in an elegant wine bottle. And even Tasha K was just patronizing him by sipping on it while she was allowing him to spew the lies so that she could get the views that she wanted for her app and for her YouTube channel. But as much as Tasha K drinks wine and calls her community winos, do you think that she talked to him about possibly being a sponsor and supplying her with wine for every episode? Every time I see her, it's never with that crap since she's been in his presence. Nobody wants that. I don't even believe that you can buy it from anywhere. And I'm not going to go to try to find out because I'm not interested in it. Martell is passionate about business and entrepreneurship, but his love of family takes precedence over his work. That is completely laughable. First of all, passionate about business and entrepreneurship. He was passionate about living the lifestyle that he became accustomed to because of the hard work that Melody put in by doing all of the things that she did while she was in a relationship with him and having all of those babies and doing all of the things that she was doing in business so that they could be successful as a couple. And she also wanted him to look the part, act the part, dress the part, and hopefully live the part. But all he did was act the part, look the part in public, and dress the part, but he definitely was not living the part. And that's, one of the bad decisions that she made, because she tried to make a buster into a blessing, and it just didn't work. And him speaking about love of family, like I've said before, anybody that really truly loved their children, that he always calls his 4 beautiful children, would not have taken his selfish feelings into account to go out and screw some slow, sick, disturbed, younger person just to get his rocks off whenever he felt like it, and then producing another child, or several of them, just some did not come to term, if you get my drift, with somebody else that he was not married to. And continuously calling his wife a slut, a whore. She sleeps with too many women, just out here trying to make her look like she was just the most trash person ever. That you, being the person that proposed to her on her graduation day, he wanted to lock her in because he saw the drive that she had, and he wanted to go along for the ride. And he never loved her. So love of family, he does not even know what love is, and he's not even capable of loving. Most narcissists are not. They don't even love themselves. And when you don't love yourself, it's impossible for you to love someone else. Whether on reality television or social media, Martell has won the hearts of Americans as a loving and affectionate father. Everything in that line is the opposite of what was said. 100%. Because even the ones that try to ride for him, in my personal opinion, the females, I'm not even going to call them women, but the females, and I'm even being kind when I use the word females, because biologically, genetically, they were born that way. But no real woman would side with him or say, well, I understand, or no. No. But everything that was said there is the absolute opposite, because even the females that try to ride for him, most of them are only doing it, and they've even said it, because of what they see as something that is worth screwing. Because the comments that I've seen, for the most part, that 0.5% of the female population that know about him, that do try to side with him, that 0.5%, which is a very small percentage, the higher side of that 0.5% are primarily females that talk about his physical appearance. So they just want a good screw. And then the other percentage of that 0.5% of those females are the ones that are trying to find any reason that they can to try to blame Melody for the actions that he was taking, or they try to say, well, they both are guilty, they both are wrong. It's absolutely, utterly insane. As entrepreneurs, the Hol family wrote their first book, Plane Ride to Canada. Okay, so he's talking about that children's book that he said he and his kids wrote together. And in my personal opinion, I felt like that was just a grift to try to play on the hearts of females, to try to make it seem like he was this doting father and he loved his family. And yeah, he might have been screwing another woman while he was married to his wife for, I don't know, at the time, about 6 or 7 years, and had a kid with that person. But I'm really a great father. So that was all about trying to do something positive for his image. It wasn't about, oh, well, me and my children were doing this together. It was bullcrap. The generosity and commitment of Martell to the Huntsville community is truly inspiring. He's donated more than 1,000 coats and meals to the community, including 100 coats to his former elementary school, Terry Heights, now known as Sunny Hereford Elementary. But in my personal opinion, since he went there, it should have been renamed Terror Heights. The organizations he has partnered with, such as University Kia, Huntsville Inner City Learning Center, Macy's, We Up Broadcasting, and local food drives, have made such a positive difference in the lives of so many. Why don't we hear about any of these organizations talking about him in a positive way? They probably don't want to have anything to do with him because he has a horrible image that has been displayed that isn't beneficial for them. Period. And this is of recent, because you have big organizations that don't want to have anything to do with Chris Brown. And what he did to Rihanna, which was horrible, that was what, 2009, 2008, 7? It was a long time ago. And he's still paying for that now. And she even forgave him. They tried to even rekindle their relationship, and he's still not forgiven in the eyes of many. He's still blackballed. So you mean to tell me that these organizations want to have something to do with this nigga who has been doing these things as of recent? I don't think so. A man among men. They need to change that line. Definitely he's not a man. He is at best a male, at worst a monster. While Martell has a loyal female fan base, he has also captured the attention of men. Okay, like I said, 0.5% of females, they see something attractive about him. But that's it. Martell has been vulnerable enough to share his challenges and weaknesses as a man, making him relatable. This is so funny. The life of a man is not defined by his mistakes, and he can be seen as a model of resiliency. Yeah, right. First of all, they were not mistakes. They were horrible decisions that he continues to still do. Him sitting down to do this interview, whatever, with Tasha K, again, another horrible decision. It wasn't a mistake. It was a horrible decision. Pretty much everything that he has done in his adult life have been horrible decisions. And Melody was a mark for him. She was his prey. He was a predator. And he was preying on her. And she tried to make it work for a very, very long time. So I'm glad she finally made a right decision by getting rid of him. As a fashion icon in the making, Martell is developing an apparel line for men. This apparel line will offer affordable suits that are tailored and trendy. It is also rumored that he may produce a luxury underwear line. Now, we all know that whatever that guy's name, the suit guy, when he was on that episode with him and he talked about the amount of the investment that Hotel was going to have to make, he wasn't able to do it. And I don't know if it was just because of the money that guy just kind of stepped away. It also may have been an image thing as well. I don't know. But he definitely didn't have the money to do it. So a luxury underwear line, the Dusties that like him, they're not looking to wear any luxury underwear. Luxury underwear? Wearing crap stained boxers and jockey shorts, and they're looking to buy luxury underwear. The crowd of Dusties that he is appeasing to, that are males, are definitely not looking to buy any luxury underwear. There's more to come. Martell has incredible vision, energy, and dedication to creating amazing products and services. He's achieved so much in a short period of time, but has a bright future ahead of him. Yeah, he definitely has a lot ahead of him. I foresee some prison in his future. I see continued failures in his future. I see him not having the spotlight of being on a reality show like on the OWN network or on Bravo ever again, in my opinion. I definitely see some brightness in his future in terms of him sitting under the hot lights in in the room being questioned, like on that scene from Menace to Society. That scene that is so famous, more famous than the rest of this movie, more famous than Jada Pinkett Smith herself, who was also in this movie.
Listen to me, little bitch. I'm going to ask you some real simple questions, and I want some real simple answers. You understand? So let me get this right. You bought the bottle of beer about 11:15?
I bought the beer and I accidentally dropped it.
You bought the bottle of beer at 11:15.
At 11:15. 11:15.
Then why wasn't the bottle cleaned up? Why did we find it still there, spilled on the floor after the shoot?
After we was leaving, after I left, other people was coming in. When we was leaving.
But you don't remember what they.
But they looked.
But you bought the bottle of beer, definitely, at 12:15.
Yeah, it was 12:15. Exactly. If I'm not mistaken, it was.
Now you see something. Now you see now. You done fucked up. You know that, don't you?
I
see what I'm saying.
I thought.
So, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now. You know that, don't you?
The more questions that cop asked, the more I thought I wasn't going to never see daylight again.
Yeah, I had to add that in there because that line about him having a bright future, I'm like, yeah, definitely there's some brightness somewhere, but I don't think it's the way he is trying to describe it is. And so I just wanted to have a little breakdown, reaction, a little bit of fun, a little roast of this write-up for Martell, Hotel, Arion's baby wipe Holt for this epitome. It needs to be I pity me showcase, but this epitome of a woman showcase that he is the supposed celebrity speaker for. Guys, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here, liking, and subscribing. I am Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.